In this video, you're going to learn about basic complex sentences. These are complex sentences with adverb clauses. There are two main types of clauses. The first one you've already learned about. These are independent clauses. They can be sentences by themselves. We left early. She sang. He screamed. All of these could be sentences by themselves. And we learned about how these make simple sentences or compound sentences when you put them together. Now for complex sentences, we need another kind of clause, which is a dependent clause. A dependent clause has a subject and a verb, but it cannot be a sentence by itself. The meaning is not complete. They gave. The class went. We watched. These have subjects and verbs, but they can't be sentences. These are called dependent clauses. A special kind of dependent clause is an adverb clause. These are all adverb clauses. If they need help, when you called, while we were waiting, after we had dinner, before the phone rang, as soon as I get home, because I forgot the password, and until we finish. So adverb clauses have subjects and verbs, but they also start with these special words at the beginning. If, when, while, after, before, as soon as, because, and until. There are more of these types of words, but we're going to start with just these. These are called subordinating conjunctions. Complex sentences with adverb clauses start with subordinating conjunctions. A complex sentence is a sentence that has one independent clause and one dependent clause. So we watched videos while we were waiting. So the green part is our dependent clause or our adverb clause. So we watched videos is independent. While we were waiting is our dependent clause. We put them together. We have a complex sentence. When you called, we were in the basement. Here we put the dependent clause first and the independent clause second. I went to bed as soon as I got home. So all different examples of complex sentences. Now it doesn't matter which clause comes first in a complex sentence. You can put the independent clause first, which looks like this. I can come if they need help. So I can come is the independent clause and it's coming first in this sentence. Or you can put the dependent clause first. If they need help, I can come. So you can see this is the same sentence. We just put the clauses in a different order, but the meaning is the same. So for your homework, you had to find independent clauses and dependent clauses in the sentence. Your homework asked you to underline the dependent and double underline the independent, but I actually can't do it on this video, so I had to use green and blue. So the first one, we watched a movie while we were waiting. After we had dinner, we ordered dessert. We can't stop until we finish. So these green parts are all of our dependent clauses that start with those subordinating conjunctions. As soon as I get home, I'm going to take a nap. I can't get into Canvas because I forgot my password. So maybe you're starting to notice that some of these sentences have commas and some of them don't. What's the difference? So maybe you notice when the blue part comes first, the independent clause, there's no comma. When that green part comes first, the dependent clause, you do have a comma. Let's see if it continues like that. Yeah, we have the green first, then we have the comma, and then we have the blue. All right, a few more. They don't know the answer until the teacher grades the paper. While the app was loading, the phone died. This should have a comma. I will tell you when I am ready. The job starts after you finish the training, and I am not speaking to you until you apologize. So you can check all of your homework answers there. So let's summarize those comma rules we started to notice. If the dependent clause comes first, you're going to put a comma between the two parts. So here we have our dependent clause first, until you apologize, and then we have this comma. If you switch the order and you have the independent clause first and the dependent clause second, there will be no comma. All right, these are some of the basic things you need to understand about complex sentences with adverb clauses. I hope this helps, and good luck.